Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the David Show. That is not going to be the name of the show, by the way. The name of the show is down to two titles, and now we got to figure out which one you guys prefer. Only these two titles, and there's a reason why these two titles. The first one is Enough is Enough, because that's a Barbra Streisand song that she did with Donna Summer. It was a disco song back in the day, and I happen to love that song a lot, and I happen to love Barbara a lot, so you guys all know that. And the other one is The Main Event, which is another Barbra Streisand disco era song, which is another one of my favorite songs. So I thought I wanna mix in something I really like with my title, and I can actually thank my friend Craig for the most part because he and Edward, they both came up with Edward came up with Enough is Enough, and Craig came up with The Main Event. Uh, so those are the two choices. And then I didn't know, I was like thinking, how can I start off the first show? Obviously, I've got lighting issues I got to work on, and I got background issues, but I hope this is better than my little preview shows. And I thought the best way to start out my first show is to kind of give you guys a history of me so you know where I'm coming from, because even the people I'm closest to don't know a lot about me because I don't talk a lot about things, especially on Facebook. I think Facebook is sort of people overshare. And the other reason I don't like to share a lot of things about me is I did lose my mom when I was 15. I did lose my dad when I was 25. I did lose my, first boyfriend and very good friend about 10 years ago. Not quite, about 8 years ago. And I love sympathy, like when I'm sick or I have the flu or I hurt myself or whatever. But for some reason, when it comes to like losing someone you love, like your mom, your dad, what have you, I can't handle that kind of sympathy. Like, I don't know why it makes me feel really, really awkward. I remember my mom was sick like my entire life. She had seizures. It turns out that the hospital told her that she was a hypochondriac. There was nothing wrong with her. And then they finally decided to do a CAT scan and found out that she had a brain tumor the size of a grapefruit. And by then it was too late to do anything about that. So she passed away when I was 15. And I just kind of remember like crying and having my uncle tell me that men, I was 15, but men, boys don't cry and to stop it. And this was like the night I found out that she died. And I kind of think that stuck with me with that sympathy thing. So I hardly ever really talk much about my parents. Uh, and I'm just telling you guys now on this show because for me, this show isn't only about interacting with you guys that are watching the show and want me to give you advice or help you out or what have you and tell funny stories and tell current events. It's also for me because I need to be more open. I need to stop being embarrassed over sympathy. I need to stop. Like, I was teased all the time in elementary school, like constantly, because everyone knew I was gay before I even knew what gay was. And I never told anyone. I never told my parents, oh, I'm being teased at school. I never told the teachers. I always had this like sense of pride, I guess it is, that to share it is an embarrassment. So I never talked about it. And then when my mom died, like I said, I kind of closed that door. And then same thing with my dad. I think I expressed emotion the first day or two, and then I closed that door. Um, so that's a little bit about me. And I know you guys all have your lives and you all have your struggles. And I read your posts all the time on Facebook. But I want to give a shout out before I end the first show of my beginning of hopefully a successful little YouTube/Facebook show by acknowledging Pam, because I met Pam when I was 13. My mom was still alive. My parents were still alive. And I think with all the teasing and all the being made fun of in elementary school and junior high school and such, I probably would have been a really shy, introverted person. But when a 13-year-old gay boy that has been teased all his life and has had a sick mother all his life meets this overbearing, loud New Yorker that's not afraid of anything or anyone, it really changed me as a person. I mean, you can blame people all you want for the things you aren't, right? Or the things that kept you from being something great. But we don't often enough acknowledge the people that really helped us become what we are now. And I really do acknowledge Pam for that. She made me not afraid of confrontation, sticking up for myself. That's the word. I'm still afraid of confrontation, but just sticking up for myself. So I want to do that shout out because you guys all know her and you all know the Pam Show. And trust me, that little boy that was broken would not be doing something like this right now had it not been for someone like Pam. So thank you, Pam. And this was my very first show, just a little introduction to me, and the two choices right there. So we got either Enough is Enough or the main event. And I'm sorry if you guys don't like those two choices, but I like them. So now we just have to pick between the two. And I'm hoping to read all your comments. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm going to work on the lighting and the background. So with that, I'm going to head out first like a baby or something like that. I don't know. Craig told me to use that one, and I think I used it wrong. But have a good day, everyone. I hope you're all doing great, and I'll talk to you this week. Bye.